evening, welcome to Robbo Land's Vids. My name is Rob Wheatley. Although it may change halfway through this video, we will see. We will see. I'm going to do some character acting. So hold on to your hollyhocks, people, because this is going to be exceptional. This is going to be probably the best video by far that I've made in over a week. So, you know, or almost a week. So I don't know when the last one was, 8 days ago. So yes, certainly the best video I've made ever this week. And regular viewers will realise that the camera angle's a little bit different today because we are actually in, believe it or not, Poetry Corner. Don't switch off yet, you haven't heard it, alright? I worked bloody hard on this. It took me almost 10 minutes, you know, almost 10 minutes, you know, rounding it up to the nearest 10 minutes. And, you know, I've been inspired to write a poem today because I basically got out of bed and, Disgraceland, which is this building here where I live, or any building I live really, anywhere I have a recording set up, it's called Disgraceland, always has been, since the, you know, mid-90s really, or probably even before that. So that's irrelevant, doesn't matter. What does matter is these things. Look, these things here. The work of the devil. Socks. Anyone who, you know, I fucking hate socks, man. They're revolting, horrible things on your feet. Just get off. And normally I don't wear any socks at all, virtually all year, apart from the 6 months or 9 months that it's winter, and then I have to, because here at D-Lands we have pretty much entirely through the entire flat terracotta stone floors, terracotta tiles. So in the winter, obviously, that gets a bit nippy on your old feet, doesn't it? And it's the first sign that the season has changed and that things are going to get shite, because I'm not a fan of winter, as you're going to find out in a bit. And I'll be channeling Shakespearean actor Ralf Fartingbone, who's... Hang on, Dave's over there, he's out of shot. He's, what do you say? Ralf Fartingbone. Apparently it's Ralf Fartingbone. These Shakespearean actors just make up any bloody pronunciation they like Americans, you know, like, you know, aluminum. What the fuck? What? There's an I in it, mate. There's an I in it. All right, just look, just read it, Unless you've taken that out, like you take all the U's out of words like colour and other such. Freaking, why is my spell check in American? I don't want it. They ask you where you live on Twitter and Facebook and all this shit, but it still gives you bloody American spellings. I'm sitting there for an hour thinking I've spelt realise correctly. I've spelled it correctly, and in the end it wants to put a Z in. It's not got a Z in it, is it? It's not realise. It's realise. Anyway, enough of that. The beer of the day, Citra, or first beer of the day actually, which is probably my, you know, 4.6%. 4.6%. So I'm going to be channeling Shakespearean actor Sir Ralf Fartingbone. It says Fartingbone, honestly, it says Ralf Fartingbone. And I was going to do the whole eyebrows bit and the big Shakespearean eyebrows and the big winter scarf and a hat and all that and dress up for it, but I'm not, because I'm cheap. And, you know, I really can't be... I am going to have dramatic lighting, so, you know. So, yeah, inspired by that, and inspired by Mercurial number 6's last video but one about... classically trained, I was, you know, I thought I'd be a bit of a snob before I do some effing poetry, mate. So, what is poetry? What is poetry? Poetry is saying one thing that you could say in one line, but taking like half an hour and going like blah 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 blah, like for bloody ages, and then by the time you get to it, half the people have fallen asleep, and the people that are awake don't understand it anyway. Which is why you have to have poetry discussion groups to work out what the fuck the person was saying in the first place, isn't it? So. And the other, you know, apparently proper poems, good poems, don't rhyme, which is great, because, you know, there's only so many things that rhyme with grolloks, and, you know, so I can only think of two. It's only one word, obviously, but there's hopefully two of them, unless you're, you know, Hitler and one got shot off or something. No, you know, you might have had some sort of, I don't know, how does it work? Don't ask me, don't send in your questions about viewers' nutsack, because I'm not interested, alright? Viewers' mail sack, fair enough, but not viewers' nutsack. Just keep that to yourselves. Anyway, so we'll have some dramatic lighting while I channel Sir Ralf Fartingbone, obviously international Shakespearean actor, because you have to say actor as well, you can't say actor, it's actor. And what else goes on in poetry? Well, poetry Who's a pretty book? It's the thing that goes on in poetry is you have to use metaphors and similes, all right, all over the place. You can't say something does this. You have to say something is like this or something is this, which it clearly isn't. And then you just lead to more confusion. No one knows what the buggery bollocks is going on, and then you sit there wearing a beret and a big shirt with big puffy sleeves and drinking absinthe and having a wank. I don't know what you're doing. Actually, this isn't a rant about poets or poetry, because I actually have a couple of good mates who are poets, professional poets and semi-professional poets and monster performance poets and things like that. In fact, one of my buddies is the most published poet ever in the UK, and you know, that takes some doing, doesn't it? But he hasn't written this. So you have to have similes and metaphors. So you have to say, oh, you can't just say, look, this is shite. You have to say this is like a big pile of brown Play-Doh or something like that. Yes, that's a simile, you see. A metaphor would be something like life is a ladder, and someone goes, what is that? Because, you know, the harder you climb and, you know, the further it is to fall. And you turn around and say, no, it's because it's shaped like that with bits that go across, you fucking idiot. So, but that's what we're going to employ. So I heard a radio programme some time ago, and they were interviewing some poet, and he was saying, oh, I struggled so much to write this poem, and it took me like 9 months to find the right words. And I'm thinking, well, if that's the case, mate, then you're probably shit at it, aren't you, really? It takes you 9 months. I did this in under 10 minutes, and it's fucking epic, I tell you. 7 verses, they're not all the same length. All different lengths. Someone said, you want to use an iambic pentameter? I said, no, I've got a push bike out the side, mate, that's been rusting away for ages. I'll just do it sitting down, thanks very much. So I just, you know, diddly diddly dee 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 do 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 the dee dee. That's like Shakespeare, mate, bloody Shakespeare. So I'm not having a go at poets. I've just written a fucking awesome poem about winter, and I thought I'd present it to you as something different and something a bit more cultured on this channel, because we all need a bit of culture with a capital K in our lives sometimes, don't we? Who doesn't like a bit of K on a Friday night? I personally don't, you know, but lots of people do, you see, you know. Oh, it's like someone squeezed a grapefruit into a glass of beer, thrown the grapefruit away, topped it up with beer, and then just beer in it, really. So I'm going to attempt to do this. And convey my personal thoughts on winter, because, you know, we have 4 seasons, you know, pizza and hotels and Frankie Valley, but we also have 4 seasons in the year, don't we? We have, like, you know, summer, which is great because it's all hot and it's lovely and, oh, it's too fucking hot. And then you have spring, which is when all the flowers and shit come. Then you go, not in that order, obviously, you go like summer and then bloody autumn, or it's 5 seasons because you've got fall as well. The Americans say that wrongly as well, but, you know, doesn't matter. As long as you're trying, that's the main thing. So we have summer, and you go, oh, it's lovely, it's bloody hot, and it's gorgeous. Oh, God, fuck, it's too hot. And then you get spring, some other time of year, and you, oh, look, lovely flowers and the birds singing and all things coming out. And you get autumn, when all the things turn red and things fall off the trees and all that. And then you get fucking winter, which just seems to drag on for like 6 months. It costs you more money, winter, because you have to heat the bloody place. I have to wear fucking socks. And I hate it. And people go, oh, but snow is lovely. Snow is not lovely. Shit, mate. Shit. Try driving somewhere in the snow. Try walking somewhere. You have to wrap up. You have to go, oh, I just got to go like half a mile down the shop. So you're not wrap up with a scarf and a t-shirt and another shirt and then another shirt on top of that, and then a jumper and then a hoodie and then a coat and then a hat and then some gloves, and you're walking around like this and you can't, you fall over. You're just lying there like stiff as a fucking board and you can't move. So it's suffice to say, winter is my least favourite of the seasons, and inspired by this and the fact that I'm having to wear pissing socks today, and I really hate them because it's on my feet, I've written this, and it's called Winter, and I'm going to try and get this through this in my most Shakespearean manner possible. And for any of you that are offended by bad language, you must be shitting yourself, because there's already been quite a lot of it and there's quite a bit more to come. But and bestiality, there's also bestiality in this poem, and various animal parts, and dog shit. So it's all in there. It's all winter in all its khaki glory is in this poem, and I hope you will enjoy it and it'll inspire you to be a better person and to maybe, you know, write your own poetry and then keep it to your fucking self, because no one wants to hear that shit, honestly. Just don't. Just don't. So, without further ado, or in fact with further ado, I'm going to sort out some dramatic lighting. I've just got to remember the combination of my phone, hang on. And then this, and then we'll get on, and we will have the epic poem, Winter, as read by Lord Sir Ralf Fartingbone. Epic, I've just got it, you know, blind me fucking self now. Put the, okay. Winter. Because you have to say the title first, even though on the radio they introduce the poem. They say, now you're going to read this poem called Winter, and the bloke goes, yeah. He goes, okay, this is Winter, and then the bloke always says, Winter, and then starts the poem. So, this is Winter. 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 You bastard. You utter, total bastard. Like the James Corden of Seasons of the Year. Everyone in the UK is glad to see the back of it. Go on, piss off and don't come back. You useless, unfunny twat who laughs at his own jokes, because let's face it, nobody else does. Winter. Like a steaming pile of horses' donglers, except it doesn't steam and is a different shape. But apart from that, it's identical. Winter! You are a goat's ring piece, a black hole of despair that nobody wants to enter, unless you're a gay goat, which I'm not, and neither are you, because you're watching this and goats can't have YouTube accounts. Winter! It's claggy snow, falling like a bottle of old monkey's spunk that has been thrown out of an aeroplane or a helicopter and gone through an astral slushy machine, landing on the ground and covering the dog turds that lie under its surface. Watch out! Don't tread in it. Winter! You fucking bellend! Darkness falls and doesn't get up again for months and 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 months. The cold turns nipples into pointy fingernails, pointing holes in your shirt to say hello to the world, and turn your phallus into a small blue cocktail sausage the size of a baby's finger. Sod that for a laugh. Winter! Why don't you fucking do one? Go on, fuck off! Right now, nobody wants you here, like the person who turns up to a party with a single tin of alcohol-free Heineken, but drinks 6 bottles of wine and then spews up all over the chaise lounge. If you had a cock, I'd kick you right on the end of it. Twice. Winter. Like an oasis. Not the good kind you find in the desert, but like the band. Absolute shit. Winter. Thank you. That was Winter, as written by me, Rob Wheatley, and read by Sir Ralf Fartingbone, Ralf Fartingbone. If you'd like to see more of this, then I suggest you consult a psychologist. Until then, I'm I am indeed, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, thanks for watching, whoever you are. What am I doing with my fucking life? See you later.